Alrighty, so MoreWork is going random for SoftIceCream as a human. MoreWork is on team 8FA and he got undead this game. Versus SoftIceCream, he's on team Happy Hippos. We're in the 5th week, in case you guys are watching this later, and last week. And I think this is the first series for this week for them, for these two teams. And right now, 8FA, the team, is sitting at 62 points in 3rd place, while 1st place is tied between Butcher Kick and the Monkeys at 63 points. So every point that 8FA gets is critical. And Happy Hippos over here is going to be trying to play the spoiler team, that's for sure. Monkeys and Butcher Kick, they're playing each other this week. So they're going to be trying to kill each other, and Happy Hippos is just trying to ruin 8FA's day. SoftIceCream looks like he's going for early Rifleman. I know he's always been more of a fan of Rifleman, and MoreWork is going CL. I expect an Expo, I guess. We'll see. So this is good for MoreWork, I would say. With a rifle opening, you don't really scout. And if SoftIceCream is trying to gain a read, he might be more scared if he didn't see this acolyte coming across, because he would think, oh, well, maybe he's expoing. At least that's what I would have in my head, because very rarely do you go like fast fiends. I mean, you could versus human, but you rarely do that. So seeing this acolyte would almost, well, never mind. He turned right around. I was going to say, seeing the acolyte hanging around kind of makes you feel a little bit more comfortable that maybe he is not expoing. But he turned the acolyte right back around. He's not hanging out to see what's happening. He did see, though, that it's Rifleman. And he's just going to go expo. He's not even going to try and take the green first. He's probably going to look for the critters. That's the one problem when you go straight over to scout. You can't get the critters. And this is going to wait the creep, I think. Yeah. I don't know if he wanted to wake the creeps or not. He might have wanted to, because this is pretty easy to take. You can get the rod going. You can get more of these Karen beetles. Then you can expo. It's not the biggest deal because his acolyte's not there with him anyway just yet. Yeah, this is game 1, Baron. Fake Baron. So, got your Rifleman going over here. Started his tech. Alright, 3 Riflemen soon, and MoreWork will be setting up his expo in the next few seconds. I'm always a little bit scared when and I don't know, this is a preference thing. I like, if I'm early expoing, I usually don't make the acolytes ahead of time, and that's not a preference thing, that's just smart. But you don't make the acolytes ahead of time, because what happens if the guy cancels your expo, you know? Then you have 4, 5 extra acolytes, either that you donate to him and he kills, or you have to run back and now you have 4 to 5 food of acolytes that you never wanted. It also cuts into your ghoul production if you only sit on 2 zigs, so you might want more ghouls to hold whatever may be coming your way. Nothing's coming his way, so it won't really hurt him right yet. SoftIceCream probably wants to get level 3 before he does anything, and also his Riflemen are all hurt. But what I was basically trying to say, and I got off on a long tangent, is I wait for the Ziggurat to go up at my expo, because I plop it down as soon as I can. Hopefully that doesn't die. And then you just build your acolytes once you're pretty sure my expo is going up, or should be a little more comfortable. Lets you get more ghouls. Doesn't really slow you down. Although, I mean, he did tech pretty darn quick, but he's lucky he's not being pushed. He now has level 3. This might be the time where SoftIceCream says, okay, let's go find out what's happening. Because he has no idea yet, still. All he knows is he hasn't seen the undead. Got a second crypt going down. 3 crypts, but no graveyard. Oh, wait. Yeah, no graveyard. Yeah, he's about to put it down. SoftIceCream is gonna steal this creep. I wasn't sure at first with the award, but he is. And oof, MoreWork might just walk right on over. Oh. He'll get this creep. He'll finish it before SoftIceCream, or excuse me, before MoreWork can really do anything. Should really turn on Warcraft 3, the booster, but maybe I'll try and do it between this game and next game. Sitting tier 2, Blood Mage coming out, all pretty standard. SoftIceCream, he started. I don't really know MoreWork's history, so that's why I talk more about SoftIceCream. But he started last season, he's greatly improved. But Rifleman, Pally is kind of like his thing, I think. It's one of those things where every time I see him, he pulls it out at least once. I think he feels very comfortable with it. I know he was getting some training from Carson at one point last season. It's on his way to tier 3. Some people, and they don't just sit on Rifleman. You know, sometimes they'll do like a push and they'll have some priest or something to heal. They try and kill the undead before he really gets rolling. But it doesn't look like that's his plan. It looks like he's going to go tier 3. He's trying to get an expo. He'll probably try and get griffins because it's pretty crazy. You know, you can use Banish with the Blood Mage, but magic damage still can be done. So that's why you would get griffins, and they do a ton of damage. And also you can use your nuke, and it's even more effective. It's pretty, I mean, he knows the expo's up, but he doesn't feel like he can take it. You saw earlier that he did see it, so instead he's just creeping his whole side of the map, which is, they're just letting him do, which is kind of interesting. He is sending across the beetles now, which means he can't be using them to creep, although he shouldn't need to. And yeah, 3 crypts, 2 slaughterhouses. If he tries to go A-bombs, that's why you can't. It's still a Hall of the Dead. Now, on MoreWork's side, I will say this. Ghouls suck. Until you get Frenzy. There's this weird little thing where ghouls are good early game, and then they suck. And then you get tier 3, and then they spike again, and they're pretty darn good. And then they suck again. And you can see, they suck. They're getting murdered by 5 riflemen. They're finally just coming through. He could have impaled these, that's for sure, but he didn't. A little lucky there. That was a nice heal while he was in the air. And if he really needed to use that impale. He doesn't have the mana anymore for it. He needed it on the rifleman. What I was saying earlier, though, is that MoreWork, do not sit tier 2 and just make ghouls. You're not going to have any fun. Get to tier 3 if you plan on going ghouls and being that type of person. You know, I do it, frenzy ghouls, but you need frenzy. You're just feeding them right now. And with all this being said, he did get his expo up. He's got to watch out. The barracks down there is almost dead. And yeah, you gotta finally TP out. I didn't. There's Blood Mage. I was gonna say, I didn't see it die or anything. Where'd it go? So Soft Ice Cream was microing quite a bit, and now he's sitting on 1,500 gold. He doesn't have much wood, and the problem is that he only has 3 guys on wood because he put his expo down over here with the wood peasants. Now, Soft Ice Cream, if you're listening to this later, you're correctly building more peasants because you have no gold or no wood, but you have 2 town halls. Build over here too. It's just a little bit quicker. Um, MoreWork is going in with mass goals. He's been he's been macroing this whole time. He's been making massive amounts of goals. And Soft Ice Cream's actually in no position right now to stop this because he doesn't have a TP. Oh no, he does have a TP. He should be able to TP when he wants to, and this could be huge if he gets all these before the CL gets here, but it doesn't look like he will. He did get level 5 though, and a Blood Mage, and correctly got a Shredder. That's another good idea. So ignore me when I said you should just be sitting here and making peasants. This also works. Alright, so we got a TP coming in. He doesn't have Impale, because if he did have Impale, that would have really hurt. And it already does hurt a ton. He is now sitting on top of the ghouls, is exactly what the ghouls would want. He brought in the Shredder, so he's back to having no wood. But he does need it to fight. It does do quite a bit of damage. The DK is dead. But these riflemen, they're getting murdered. Let's see, though. He does have Banish with Holy Light. He can start doing some damage. And that'll be the Expo going down. This is just the, whoa. He did get a Knight out. Alright, so he was transitioning, I guess, into Knights and Griffs. But the game is definitely not over yet. Although looks like he wants to go into destroyers. He is going to get to tier 3. He's making more ghouls. More work. You never need this many production buildings. Like, you can go 3 crypt ghouls. You can go 4 crypt ghouls, really. But you can't go 3 crypts and 2 slaughterhouses. Slaughterhouses, the stuff costs too much. You can get like 1 crypt and 2 slaughterhouses. Maybe even 2 crypts. But not 3. Still don't have Frenzy, which is like kind of important when you're sitting here getting your ghoul upgrades. There we go. And he's getting Disease Cloud, so we're going to see A-bombs. He's going to take advantage of these upgrades that he's getting for the ghouls. And MoreWork is just Soft Ice Cream is just creeping up. MoreWork really hasn't done much creeping. He's been more like, well, I'll kill you with massive amounts of ghouls. Let's see what item he gets. That's going to be important, and it should give the level 4 to the Blood Mage, but I'm more curious about what the item's going to be. Well, you know what? Level 1 Divine Shield, that takes a while. Excuse me. Divine Shield does take a while to regen, so... or come off cooldown, I should say. So if Undead walks across, you might be in trouble for at least a little bit, but not really. Thorn Sword is very nice. That's not too nice. 2 boots of Quethos or whatever. It's kind of useless. And that's a dead barracks, so there are now no more knights. He does have a Griff over here. I don't think he even knows it. So hopefully he pays attention to that, grabs it, and oh god, here comes all the ghouls. Doesn't know about his Griff, which totally sucks. He is trying, I think, to surround the Blood Mage, but the benefit of the Blood Mage is there's really no way, especially with level 1, and you can see how much damage that did. If he gets surrounded, he will just banish himself, and there's really not much more we can do to nuke it. Except for Coil at level 1 and Impale. And you can just see all of these ghouls are getting murdered, but they are doing quite a bit of damage to these knights. There's only 1 knight left at this point, and I'm guessing MoreWork is kind of... Ooh. he definitely had it off cooldown. I think he could have definitely saved that hero, unless I missed it earlier that he used the invul, and this is where he is now gonna probably start to fall apart. You really need a paladin for a strategy like this. Little thing, more work. Morph one of these statues into a destroyer if you can. Oh, all right, so it looks like good game. I would have stayed. I mean, yeah, it was pretty over, but I don't think he knew that you can just use your destroyer, absorb, and then he's not healing anymore. And you can see it's still not dying. So that's game one. So that's 1 point to more work. Now we are now tied three-way, three-way tie for first place. All of them are at 63 points. However, 8FA has the potential to get the most points this week because um, 2 series have already been done between the Monkeys and Clutcher Kick. So 8FA, every point they get makes it easier for them. So, more work too. Okay. Oh, God. I created the game. We're going to pretend like it didn't happen, guys. Because I don't think. They say they made the game. That's why I'm kind of confused. There we go. We are waiting on more work. Going to the bathroom. Okay. So we got a few minutes. So let's see. Yeah, so I think SoftIceCream actually played that game better than MoreWork did, frankly. Um, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that. What's going on screen? But I think MoreWork's strategy was better, but SoftIceCream was moving around the map more. There was a lot more improvement in MoreWork's strategy. SoftIceCream just gave MoreWork way too much time. Um, he did try and push earlier. I saw that, but the waves and waves of ghouls did push him away. He didn't keep his expo up. If he had been macroing behind his push, where he had that 1600 gold, if he had been putting down the Griff Averys or pumping knights at that point or whatever it may be, he would have been in a lot better position to save his expo, and then I think he would have won the game. That push at the undead's base shouldn't have it shouldn't have worked, but it really did. It didn't kill anything like building wise, but he killed so many ghouls. But you know, it is what it is. SoftIceCream didn't even know he was versing undead. It was random. So we'll see what he gets now. I don't know what map it is. I don't think it's Concealed Hill. Well, actually, probably, maybe it is. I don't know. I thought it was banned for a minute, but probably not. All human players, one thing they can do, complain about undead. Rightfully so in a lot of situations, but that's the one thing all human players bond about. So, Sealed Hill, human versus human. More work. I didn't know this. Just said as a former human main. So this should be theoretically his best race. I don't know. Beercraft. If you're listening, maybe you know. I think Soft Ice Cream's going for his rifle build again, and More Work is doing something more standard. I rarely. I don't think I've ever seen rifleman a rifle build using human mirror. Uh, we'll see. I guess. See how it goes. It's definitely capable of winning. I mean, I don't know about at the highest level. I doubt it can at the highest level because Pally first kind of sucks versus human. But we're not at the highest level, and in this level, keeping your units alive is pretty damn important. So, Archmage buddies for more work. He is scouting with a militia. That's kind of old school. Usually, more recently, past few patches, they've been setting a footy. But it works. You'll see right away that Soft Ice Cream is going for the blacksmith and the rifle build again, or you should know. Um, I mean, I know people like to use it as part of their wall off, but personally, it might be better sometimes just to put it back here so it's not the first thing they scout. Soft Ice Cream, just the blacksmith. It gives a little bit more guessing. I mean, they probably know, but why make it so easy for them unless you're using it to block off, but you're really not in space. Maybe you do have an ultimate game plan of how you're going to block off the base, but your barracks easily could have been the same spot as your blacksmith. When is Black Phoenix playing? I have no idea. Oh, and that's a dead militia. The whole point of the Paladin is so you don't lose units, so every unit you do lose is kind of critical because I don't think he lost a unit over here. And he's just creeping even quicker than you can. Does Black Phoenix have a game tonight? I don't even know, Ark. If he does, I'll cast it, but no idea. I know we're gonna have a busy weekend. Looks like from the times that have been put down. He's probably sitting on RuneScape right now, farming away. All right, so Soft Ice Cream came over here to steal this green camp. See if they're gonna actually meet. Yep, more work's coming right his way. He's not stopping at the shop. I'm not seeing an aura. I'm not seeing anything yet. I forgot to turn on the booster again. Oh my god, he's not paying attention. He just lost another rifleman, or the first rifleman, but the second unit this game. And yeah, he did get Devotion Aura, so he just wasn't paying attention. I thought maybe first he had for some reason gotten the uh, Invul skill, but Divine Shield, but that doesn't really make sense. The whole point is so that you have all this armor. A lot better, unless, there was something he was specifically worried about. Can't be losing a rifleman though. It's just that's really your creeping power, and now you're just even more hampered. You got to sit with the green. Yeah, Dragonborn says as a lawyer he can't lie. Okay, who would ever think that?
player's forces are under attack.
So they oddly have very similar decisions on where they're gonna creep, which is I'm gonna find all the green camps and I'm gonna creep them all. But see where they're gonna go next. It's like more work is just going back. I didn't even notice this. 2 barracks pumping footmen. Alright, so we got rifles sitting tier 2. He's supply blocked, so he can't actually build anything else. Versus mass footies, I presume there's defend. And he's going 2 arcane sanctums. I don't know how more work ever makes this work, but it should be physically impossible to have 4 production buildings on one base, not StarCraft 2. He either needs an expo like right now, or that's just too much. There's really no reason to have 2 barracks. You could do 2 arcane sanctums and a barracks, but not all of this. And more work is going Blood Mage second. I presume that's to try and cancel the fact that there's a Blood Mage coming out over here. Take the mana from Pally. Potion of Invulnerability. Not bad. He's not going to see much nuking coming at him, though, so it's nice. You can never really complain, but I think it's his units he's going to have to worry about. And you can already see MoreWork is aiming the weak units. That's, excuse me, SoftIceCream is aiming the weak units. MoreWork is stuck between a creep and 6 riflemen. And he's split between the 2. He now has Sorks, which will help him get on top of these riflemen a little bit easier, but with so many weak footies, he's got to run. And his Blood Mage is stuck, I think. Maybe not? No, it is. Just punching right these footies, I don't... It's probably not the best idea. Well, SoftIceCream tried to give full mana to his paladin, but he ran too far away. His Blood Mage is now free, though. More works, that is. So that was a nice snipe. These Sorks die so quickly to just the rifleman. But now, like I was saying, slow with footies poking away and level 2 elementals. This is gonna hurt. SoftIceCream popped his Divine Shield pretty early. He is giving himself more mana, so he's not going to die anytime soon. Didn't call to arms over on MoreWork's side. He just used the regular peasants. They die kind of quick. Oh, no. I didn't even see this. So MoreWork got out of here, right? He finally cut himself out. And then he got stuck over here. So, and he just lost another footy. So this is looking horrible for MoreWork. It looks like this is going to be a win for SoftIceCream if he just keeps going, especially if he's just sending peasants but not militia at him. Not that at this point I think it matters at all. He might be able to push him away, but I doubt it. You know, when you get a Blood Mage with an Archmage, you're not really... You can't really kill anything. He can just kite him. He was kiting so easy because Sorks do slow, but no, he just keeps kiting back. I think an MK actually, I know, Blood Mage will suck the mana dry, but you're just not able to kill anything right now. At least with this strategy, I would say MK is probably better, but I probably wouldn't have done this strategy to begin with. there was your big problem more work was that you went double barracks. There is no reason for that. You know, you could get spellbreakers or something else from the arcane sanctums if you wanted like a front line. And that's a good game. So we're at 1-1. And this is what? Well, Hip is just trying to ruin 8FA's time. So they get a point, but they might move up into 4th place. They might kick my team out of 4th place, but I don't think, there's really no chance of them ever getting first. But they can move up the leaderboard, and they are. Alrighty. Why are they giving each other recommendations? I mean, I know that's GNL Spirit. Ah, well, that is a good recommendation. Don't suicide your peasants into a line of rifles. Thought he was going with something serious. That actually is a serious comment. You probably shouldn't do that. Suicide is bad. I mean, Beercraft, he kind of had the upper hand at the start, but that was because SoftIceCream wasn't paying attention, and he had 2 barracks pumping footies. The problem is, footies suck after a while, so it kind of fell off on him. Alright, so first game was Undead for MoreWork, second game was Human, and now we got Night Elf, so with an Ancient of War first, so I guess we're seeing probably Dark Ranger, maybe. But I don't know if that's what he's planning or what. Just guessing. Maybe he'll do something funky, like, well, not funky, but I don't know, Beastmaster, whatever. I guess funky would be Pit Lord, as Dragonborn just pointed out. And rifles. So SoftIceCream is doing his one true build that he usually, like I said, will fall back on at least once in a series. I'm a little concerned over here. Alright, it's getting the altar down. I'm saying it's getting a little late, guys. He goes DR, Beercraft says. That's what I thought, but you never know. Well, you know, because you're friends with them, but I didn't know. For sure. And MoreWork hasn't even scouted this time, and I think that's because he goes, I wonder what he's doing, and I think he already knows. So, why scout? Am I crazy, or did he screw up? No, he'll be a little bit off. So, he's sitting at 18 of 20 food. His altar is now done. He has 6 seconds. It'll pretty much line up. It's just a little bit slow. It's not a big deal, but definitely isn't the optimal build. I don't know what the optimal build exactly is. I never go Tavern first, Night Elf. I never go Night Elf to begin with, but that wasn't optimal. Second Ancient of War. So we're going maybe mass rifles versus mass archers. Alright, you got the lightning shield. Looks like that was on purpose. But the thing is, he really... Well, maybe not, but he better not lose this archer. I was gonna say he might want to tank the damage with his Dark Ranger. These archers do cost a bit to, heal. You just saw that was one Moonwell gone. He now has 2 more hurt archers. He oh no, he just lost an archer. And I'm not exactly sure what's happening, like what his first skill is, because again, I'm horrible and I didn't turn on my booster. Oh no, he lost a second. So this has been a horrible start. I haven't really been paying attention to SoftIceCream because we all know what he's doing already. MoreWork is now level 2. He's still not using Black Arrow, so this is what I was trying to say earlier. I have no idea what he's doing. The whole point is to get Black Arrow, use it, start your little skeleton army, take this one, even better, and then execute whatever your strategy is. But instead, he lost 2 archers, and he hasn't made any skellies, and he's level 2. So, unless he got the other 2 spells, I don't even know what it's called. I mean, there's silence and then something else. I know what it does, I just don't even remember what it's called. I barely see it. And now you see the lesser dark minion. A little late to the party, though. And he's still tier 1. So this is looking very, 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 very good for Ice Cream. Because, frankly, rifles are better than archers. At this point. I have to caution myself when I say that, because someone will use it against me later. He's already lost 2 archers, and rifles just are better with the paladin. But he needs to do something and do it kind of soon. Whether it's hit, push in, get level 3, and then push in, maybe. But he's got to do something now. Oof. Well, that helps when you lose a rifleman. Which really shouldn't happen. I know he wanted level 3 before he healed, but there's absolutely no reason to let that rifleman die. And you can see the army is growing. But he waits too long, he's going to miss his window. It looks like he's going now. So that many archers is certainly better than that many riflemen. And every single one really does count. You can almost think of it as like 1 rifleman is 2 archers in a way, like cost-wise. And health-wise. But he lost 1. So that's almost like losing 2 archers, which is exactly what MoreWork did earlier. He probably has level 2 arrows. So he'll get some very nice dark minions. You use silence on the paladin as soon as you're about to feel like at least that he's going to heal. There you go. But he missed. He missed the silence, but it doesn't matter. He didn't heal it anyway. He did use militia behind. That's a very nice move. However, they also give skeletons. So... oh no. Okay. This isn't looking too bad right now, actually, for SoftIceCream. He's getting on top of the archers, and MoreWork is just not killing enough. He should have definitely aimed the peasants, turned them all into dark minions as soon as possible. If he does win this, it's going to be barely, but it doesn't look like it. SoftIceCream's doing a good job now pulling back. He's killed all the archers, basically. And this is what I mean. It was kind of a... every single rifleman is worth almost 2 archers, and he just killed all of them. So, got 1 peasant over there. So, MoreWork, lost some peasants. I don't think he lost any riflemen, except 1. So, this is definitely SoftIceCream's game, because he's still tier 1 over here, MoreWork. What's he going to do? His only real choice is just to go back, but he has nothing. Or he should, at least. But it's GNL. You never know. But a level 5 paladin. The funny part about this whole thing is, while DR is very good, and I can see why it would counter something like this, Now that Banish may be out, well, it will be soon once he gets level 2. He's going to be facing a Paladin with level 3 Holy Light as a DR that only has currently 700 life. That's going to die really quick. There's a Banish and a Nuke. But you can see how quick you can rebuild all these archers. SoftIceCream is trying to come in to end it, but I mean he's gonna kill a ton. That was a miss heal for sure, and he's losing. Oh no, this is what I mean. It's GNL. He lost a rifleman back here. He lost a rifleman over here. He should be able to kill these 2 archers on the way out. If he doesn't lose anything more, this is still okay for him. Now MoreWork that is moving into hunts. They take longer to build, so this is actually giving SoftIceCream like a window to come in and kill even more. He did get the silence off there, as you can see, which is very nice. And he was able to get a rifleman, but I just heard 3 archers die for that 1 rifleman. 4 archers, so that's not worth it. And the problem with hunts is that riflemen counter them. Yeah, hunts counter them as well, but when you have more riflemen than you have hunts, it's a hard counter. And that's a 2-1 for SoftIceCream for Happy Hippos. So we're still at a 3-way tie. 63 points for Clutcher Kick, 63 points for 8FA, and 63 points for the Monkeys. Clutcher Kick and the Monkeys have the potential to score 3 less points than 8FA, so they're still in a fine position. That 1 point is huge for them. So 8FA has the best potential to win, but you know, hey, if the Monkeys or Clutcher Kick just go and wipe out the other team completely in the next few games, they could still win too. And you know, Happy Hippos, they want to, as you could see with SoftIceCream, they kind of want to just ruin 8FA's day.